Hail the Barbarian Horde, I'm Joe, and this is going to be a quick little video because there's not much really to discuss. I saw the movie alone, Red Sonja, and I'll just say that it's kind of mediocre. It's like a TV movie from 20 years ago, or like 25 years ago. There were pros and cons. Like, Red Sonja is dressed in the traditional outfit, I guess. Many guys will be happy about that. I don't really care. The backstory is pulled from Conan the Barbarian movie from 1981. There's ideas from that movie, from Call, from Conan the Destroyer. The Cyclops, I totally think should have been killed, but like by Red Sonja. But now for the villain, this is where it was interesting because Red Sonja's tribe is wiped out when she's a little wee lass, and what happens is that she ends up raised in the forest as pretty much a feral child, so it's basically Cull there. And she has a favorite horse and sets off. The horse is captured by the Empire. And, she wanders around. Now, Hircania is regarded as basically, I think, one tribe, but in the actual lore, it's an entire region of the Hyborian continent, so to speak. It's a very large region, so to call it just a few tribes is a little weird to me. Shem is not just one place. These are little tidbits that the movie got off. But I'll be honest, I've always noted there were some errors in the Red Sonja comics that I have read. So it's just part and parcel of Red Sonja. So I will add that the characterization's pretty good. Red Sonja herself, as said, she is someone who looks to her goddess, but also to nature for guidance and whatnot. And she, they did put in the connection to her goddess of sorts. So I do like that. Now, the Emperor, who's the villain, he's someone who is an atheist. He relies on technology. Now, real quick, they do have cannons in here. I didn't approve of that. I didn't like that. But I will acknowledge I was losing interest in the movie. Even in the last climactic battle of the movie, it's just whatever. But it's when he lies dying with his back against a wall that it's revealed he was Sonja's childhood friend. Naturally, we get a scene which is pretty touching where she actually holds his hand as he lies dying, and she comforts him and even redeems him before the end. I actually really like this. Now, he's an impressive character because he built himself up from nothing. He was he was a refugee, then a slave, then a emperor. And this takes some force of will. That said, he is someone who fears death, and as he lies going away, there's a strongly Christian theme that enters here, with Sonja comforting him, holding him, and even converting him. It's a scene that struck me as extremely Christian. And so much so it just kind of baffled me. Because as all know, These studios are anti-Christian by their very nature. So it baffled me and surprised me. I approve, but I also think that's baffling. Because, it's Hollywood of current year. Ensuite, what happened was that she returns to her people. I say her people, but like the survivors of Dragon's attacks, and brings his corpse and has him buried as Air Canyon Man, not as, you know. And what I didn't like is that, real quick, no one ever disagrees with Sonja. It's one of the boss girl things, like the Mary Sue nonsense where the female lead is always right. So they do have that. They do have the girl boss thing. Sorry, I can't talk today. Blah, so tired. The girl boss nonsense is strong in this one, just to be clear. Now, it's mentioned that there's a king to the west at the end who is from Samaria. Now, the manner in which he's spoken of sounds like... It just reminds me of how one might speak of Stupor Mundi from the Holy Roman Empire and Sicily. Stupor Mundi, or Frederick II, Hohenstaufen, was the great wonder of the world, as he was known in his age. That's what Stupor Mundi means. And it struck me all of a sudden that Conan is basically that for the Hyborian Age. He's the great wonder of the age. So, yeah, I approve of that. If only the rest of the movie was as solid. This movie was so-so. So, on a score of 0 to 4, 0 being terrible and unsalvageable, and 4 being perfect, I'm going to rate this one a 1.3. It's just shy of being average. It doesn't quite make it. The Christian themes save it, but it's not enough. And the canons really brought it down. I don't want technology in a fantasy story. Now, I know some will say, well, yeah, what about the spaceships and whatnot? I don't care. I don't want that nonsense in the Hyborian Age. Keep it basically fantasy. How Howard wrote it. I don't really want cannons and that sort of tech, because then you're getting into the age of exploration and the end of the age of chivalry, when chivalry is way more interesting. But the characterization is decent enough for at least 2 characters, Dragon and Sonja. Some of the details are off, but overall, tolerable movie. But it's not average. It's below average. Don't have your hopes too high up there. So until next time, don't forget to smash that like and that subscribe button, and also check out my audio drama, which is way better than this movie, by the way. So until next time, take care.